Good evening, Shubham Bhaiya.
Yeah,
Hello, am I audible?
yeah, you're audible, you're audible.
Yeah. Good evening, each and everyone present in this meeting. Today, Shubham Sonal Bhaiya is with us. He is part out of our college. He is one of the best alumni who grabbed placement in Microsoft. Currently, he is working in PayPal. We all are knowing that PayPal is one of the bestest company in this world. Deal for in a currency, e-currency, and he also did internship in MG. I request Bhaiya to show us roadmap for our future also, how we can also grab a great placement like him. Bhaiya, please guide us.
Okay, so first and foremost, good evening, everyone. So I'm Shubham Sunal. Just like you said, I have previously interned with Morris Garages India. Post that, I got job offers from Microsoft, and the other one was Zeta. And finally, I'm currently working at PayPal as a software development engineer one. So yeah, I passed out of ITR in 2021. I was from CSE branch, and yeah. So first and foremost, I would like to start with how all of this began, how I finally reached here, and when I started preparing, how I started preparing. We'll start with that. And next, most of the session, the later part would be focused on, I'll try to answer questions that you guys have, and I'll try to answer those to the best of my knowledge so that you guys gain something fruitful out of this session. Cool. So, yeah. So basically, my placement journey, uh, my placement preparation actually, it started towards the end of second year. So when I came to college, first year, second year, I did not do anything, to be honest. And then I was from ICSE board. I was fortunate enough. So they teach Java in class ninth and 10th. So Java was the only thing I knew at that point of time. And then coming into college, Java remained with me. We had courses on Java in our first semester and in the first 2 years. So I kind of brushed up on that. And so college life was pretty smooth. So yeah, all of that happened. And then suddenly, as soon as third year began, there was a huge rush. Everyone was rushing for internships. And at that point of time, we had a PPT classes going on. And then we were asked to make a resume. And then at that point of time, a sudden realization struck me when I sat down to make my resume. So I did not have anything to write down. I had my friends, even my roommates, they had fantastic resumes. They had done web development, Android development, all of that stuff. But all I knew was one language, and that was Java. So then, like, I decided what I actually need to do. So this was the time when third year was on. It was my fifth semester that was going on. I had absolutely no projects. So what I did at that point of time was, just before third year began, in the summer break, I went to Noida. I joined Geeks for Geeks classes where I studied your DSA, data structures and algorithms. So I did that part. Then I came back to college, and then I had absolutely zero projects. So I did not have anything to mention on my resume. And at that point of time, when everyone were making the resumes, I realized one thing pretty straight. Like, I cannot start with web development or Android development right now, because people who have been doing that since 2 3 years, it is not possible to actually level up in just 2 months to the level that they are in right now. So at that point of time, I decided it is not wise to start with web development or Android development right now. So that point of time, I took a hard call. I directly went into machine learning. I studied Python. I joined Udacity. Actually, COVID stuck at that time, and there's a paid course at Udacity which is called as Nano Degree. So I completed that. I do have a degree in deep learning, and I did that degree, and I made 5 projects out of those. So if you see my resume, all the 5 projects that I've listed there, they are completely machine learning projects. So third year, when sixth semester was near about, I had 5 projects ready, and then I already knew DSA and Java, and then placement started. Uh, Aptitude was never really my thing, so I never really studied aptitude all that much. I just did the basics, and then all of that got covered. And then placements happened. So there's one thing that you need to realize. In college, if you're placed at 4 or 5 LPA, you won't be allowed to sit for 6 or 7. So the first thing I got placed in a company called CloudGen, which was a 5 LPA company, and then therein I was not allowed to sit for other companies, Deloitte, which was 7 LPA, or even 8 LPA companies. So I realized the situation I was in, and I did not want to get stuck at like 5. So I then started preparing again, and then Microsoft happened. So actually, Microsoft, the first company I appeared for was CloudGen, and the second company I sat for was Microsoft. So Microsoft also happened. I got placed in Microsoft. Now, Microsoft, when Microsoft happened, there was actually a 8 month or a 6 month gap. Like I got the final offer letter, but there was 6 months uh, before I which I had to join. Let's say I was placed in November, and I had to join them in March. So I was idle for 8 months. So I again kept thinking, what should I do? What should I do? And then ultimately, I thought, okay, let's try to intern somewhere. So then I started looking for internships, and then I got a call. I got a random call one evening. I applied on PayPal's career page and also gave a hack. What do we call it? Off-campus hiring challenge at PayPal. So one fine evening, I got a call. They said, like, do you want to interview at PayPal? And I was like, cool, I'll do it. So I asked, what is the profile you guys are interviewing for, first of all? So they said me it's a testing profile. I said, fine, let's do it. So my intention was not to leave Microsoft, to be honest, but it was to actually earn money. The internship stipend at PayPal is very, very impressive. It's like 55 to 60K per month just in the internship. So, and the full time is again huge. So at that point of time, I was just a bachelor. I was in my fourth year, and I did not have anything to do. I already had Microsoft in my bag. So I said, okay, fine, let's go for it. So then I started interning with PayPal as a software testing engineer. So I interned there for like 1.5 months, and then they again took a look at my profile, and again my profile was filled with deep learning, machine learning. So they gave me an offer like, would you like to work for the data team? Data team is like the coveted team in any company. If you look at Uber or Google, so all these teams, these are very lucrative jobs, the data science jobs. So I was given a chance to work in the data science team at PayPal after 1 month. So I worked in the data science team, and then I also worked in the backend team. And finally, towards the end of 6 months, I got to know that I've got a PPO from PayPal. So, and yeah, so and the compensation was again, it was like 2.5 or 3 times than that what Microsoft was offering. So I turned on Microsoft, and then I joined PayPal, and it's been like 2-3 months since I'm working. Yeah. So this was about my journey. Yeah.
Thank you, Abhaya, for sharing your experience. Now we can go to the questions which we get in the feedback forms. So I am switching the slides.
Yeah, yeah, sure.
Just there. The first thing related to project. So there are some who were asking that they should change their plan and technology which they are using to create the project, or they should use the old ones which they know.
See, first thing is take it as a rule of thumb for your placements. There are placement is a very diverse game, right? It's not about the one who has the most impressive projects is not going to get the fanciest job, or the one who is the best coder is not going to get the best job. Everything is weighed, right? And it ultimately boils down to your personality. So there has to be a right balance of project, coding, and personality. Personality as in soft skills, because they would be looking for people whom they want to work with. Like you're going to be the future colleague. You're going to be working with a professional. The one who's taking your interview, he would be someone who is like a 2 or 3 year experienced guy, right? So he's not ideally looking for the best or the sharpest mind. He's looking for someone he can gel around well, he can talk to in his office hours. Now, coming to the question, yeah, so projects is not the most important thing. That was the one thing I wanted to emphasize on. And should one change his plans and technologies? Okay, so one thing, it does not matter what technology you're picking up. It can be a very old technology, it can be the newest technology, but do not go for like outdated technologies like .NET, or do not go for C Sharp. Like try to avoid these things, because these things have already been outdated, and it's been like these things got outdated in 2013, 2014, we have not been using .NET, all these stuff. PHP has been outdated for your backend infrastructure. So try to avoid those. And now talking about technologies like web development or Android development, yeah, these are old when you compare it to the latest technologies like machine learning or cross-platform development. We have Flutter, things like these. Yeah. So it depends on what you're comparing to, and it does not really matter whether your technology is old or it is the latest. It should not be outdated. That's the point, right? So you have to master that technology. If you're doing web development, you need to know how to make a UI, you need to know how to connect it to a database, you need to know how the backend functions. So you need to make an end-to-end product. It cannot be कि मैंने एक login page बना दिया, वहां पे जाके login हो रहा है and वहां पे एक button display हो रहा है. That is not called a project, right? First get these things straight, and then stick to one thing and take it for the long term. अगर आप एक end-to-end project बनाओगे, let's say you're taking in app development. So if those guys who are doing app development, they know कि start करने is very easy, but making a finished product, connecting a DB, connecting a back end, making a front end UI, all that things is complex. So make a end-to-end project first of all, and then it would not matter कि आप new technology पे कर रहे हो या old technology पे कर रहे हो. Now there comes a point जहाँ पे there is a lot of competition in old technologies. Let's say सारे लोग web development कर रहे हैं. So if you want to stand out from the crowd, you can add one project जो machine learning का हो या blockchain का हो into your resume. That will act as a icing on the cake, right? Because that will help you stand apart. Or you can add a market research kind of project. That also works. So you have to master one technology, and उसके अलावा try to add one latest project in order to stand out.
Yes, Priya. And Priya, the second question is related to the same which we have answered, that which one should focus, like the DSO project.
Okay, yeah. So I already said it in the beginning, like both DSA as well as projects are important. The best project is not going to get the best job, and the best coder is not going to get the best job. You need to have a right balance of both DSA as well as projects. So yeah, focus on one technology and make end-to-end projects on that one technology, and then move on into DSA, sharpen your coding skills. Because, and I would say कि project करके पहले ही side कर लो, because once you have two projects in your bag ready, उसके बाद you can be mind free and you can focus on aptitude, you can focus on DSA, you can also focus on other computer science subjects, right? So both of them carry equal weightage, and in some respect DSA का weightage थोड़ा ज़्यादा होगा because it helps you crack the coding round. जब तक coding round ही नहीं crack करोगे तब तक interview तक पहुंचोगे नहीं, तो project दिखाओगे किसको? So yeah, थोड़ा सा edge मिल जाता है DSA को at this point of time. Otherwise projects are also important.
Yes, Priya. Thank you, Priya. So now is for the internship. The question is it mandatory to solve questions from websites like LeetCode or CodeStep to crack the internship part? Like what they ask in coding round.
Okay, the first misconception I would like to break here about internships is internships are not that important जितना उसको दिखाया जाता है. Like you need to have an internship, you need to have two internships mandatory. These things are not important, right? So first and foremost, talking about internships, I did not have any internship when I sat for my first company. That was CloudGen. I did not have any internship, and I was also under the illusion that internships are very important. You need to have internship, otherwise you wouldn't be shortlisted. All that stuff. So after hearing all that stuff, in my sixth semester, I joined an internship, which was a market research internship in Morris Garages. So it was not a technical internship, and then I did it just for the sake of doing it. So in order to add it in my resume. So I did that internship and then added it to my resume. So I was asked this question in Microsoft, like, why have you done a non-technical internship, not a technical internship? So it depends how you are tackling that question. So they are not looking for a person who has done internships. They just want proof of work. If you are in college, maybe you have written a research paper, or let's say you're working with a professor under some other different projects. So that is important. Internships are not compulsory. Internships are not mandatory. But still, if you want to crack technical internships, uh, for internships, now again, it depends on which tier company you're targeting. If you're targeting tier one companies, or companies like Uber, companies like Amazon, companies like Microsoft, For those, courtship becomes important. You need to have some competitive programming skills at that point of time. If you are targeting companies like Google, they focus purely on lead code. They ask you DSA questions. They do not ask you essay questions. Essay questions मतलब कि courtship वाला competitive programming questions, right? So is it mandatory to solve? No, it's not mandatory to solve. You need to have your DSA right. You need to have your problem solving skills right. It is not mandatory to do these. आप सिर्फ geeks for geeks और lead code करके भी you can crack that. Courtship mandatory नहीं है. But हाँ, at least geeks for geeks आपको करना पड़ेगा because it helps you build that problem solving skills. So yes.
Yes, Priya. So the second question is, what should be the minimum number of projects? Like for the MNCs, they were asking, is it if they are asking for any minimum number of projects?
They won't tell you directly that they want n number of projects, but internally उनके mind में रहता है कि बंदे के पास at least 2 project होने चाहिए, right? They won't tell this to you right on your face, but when they look at your resume, they see कि हाँ at least 2 project है इसके पास, and those 2 projects have to be an intermediate level project. It cannot be कि बहुत fancy project हो सकते हैं, but I'm telling you the minimum requirement. 2 intermediate project तो होने ही चाहिए. उसके अलावा you can add छोटे छोटे projects, you can increase the number. The more the better, but at least 2 होना चाहिए. They won't tell it to your face, but they won't shortlist your resume, so you never come to know कि criteria था भी कि नहीं. Should minor and major projects both be? Yeah, so the 2 projects I'm talking about have to be major projects, right? You can add minor projects उसके बाद, but 2 major projects have to be there. Major project का मतलब कि at least front end back end दोनों बना दो. Database रहे नहीं रहे, it's not important, but दिखने के लिए कुछ होना चाहिए. You cannot write a Python program जो terminal में चलता है and then you call it a project. So yeah. दो प्रोजेक्ट विच इज डेमोएबल प्रोजेक्ट, डिस्प्लेएबल प्रोजेक्ट, जिसके बारे में आप बात कर पाओ आपने ये टेक्नोलॉजी यूज की, क्यों की, which database did you use, why did you use this, why did you use Node.js, why did you use React over Angular, ये सारी चीजों को आप बोल पाओ. So yeah, that is the criteria about projects.
Yes, Priya. So the another question is, what should be the skill set for doing the project which we will be applying for the internship?
Skill set for the project.
Yes, so like some are going to the like web part, some are going to the ML. Means depending upon that, what skill one should grab. Like for the cloud computing IoT, I guess that was the question.
ओके, सो अगेन लाइक जब कंपनीज हायर करती है फॉर योर इंटर्नशिप रोल, दे आर वेरी स्पेसिफिक. अगर उन्हें वेब डेवलपमेंट वाले बंदे चाहिए, सो वो ओपनिंग ही निकालेगी, उसमें एलिजिबिलिटी क्राइटेरिया लिस्टेड होता है कि उन्हें वेब डेवलपर ही चाहिए. एंड अगर एंड्रॉइड वाली कोई कंपनी, लेट्स से इफ यू लुक एट द ओपनिंग्स एट स्विगी, दे हायर एक्सटेंसिवली फॉर योर cross platform development, for your mobile app development. They hire extensively because उनका platform ही, because Swiggy is a new company, तो उनका cross platform, it's not purely a website, or it's not purely a native application. तो it depends, it is highly specific to the company. If you talk about सबसे ज़्यादा किसके लिए openings होगी for internship, it is always web development. Like it's a rule of thumb, because if you look at established companies, Amazon, Microsoft, Google, PayPal, ये सारी की सारी companies है ना, like 15-20 साल पुराना. So उस टाइम पे क्या था, उस टाइम पे वेब ही था. There was no Android as such. So maximum number of internships, like banks, Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan, सारे के सारे बड़े कंपनी, if you want to work, आप कोई internship करना चाहते हो, that is not your full time job, तो आप obviously एक reputed company से करना चाहोगे. सो वेब डेवलपमेंट हर जगह होता है, ठीक है. सो इफ यू नो वेब डेवलपमेंट, तो इंटर्नशिप मिलने का चांसेस बहुत ज़्यादा है. उसके बाद आता है आपका एंड्रॉयड डेवलपमेंट, बिकॉज एंड्रॉयड डेवलपमेंट 2007 से आया. उसके बाद देयर इज अगेन अ ग्रोथ इन डिमांड. तो नंबर 1 पे डू वेब डेवलपमेंट, इंटर्नशिप का सबसे ज़्यादा अपॉर्चुनिटी रहेगा. सेकंड पे आता है आपका एंड्रॉयड, एंड थर्ड पे इफ यू कम, देन उस पॉइंट पे आ जाता है डेटा साइंस एंड मशीन लर्निंग, डीप लर्निंग. सो या मेन स्किल्स, इफ अगर इंटर्नशिप चाहिए ही चाहिए कैसे भी कहीं पे भी, तो वेब डेवलपमेंट कर लो, if that is the
Yes, sir.
point.
So last question is when to apply for it. This for the internships.
There isn't any right time to apply for it. आप नहीं भी करोगे तो चलेगा. Just make sure कि आप कुछ करो. कि अगर एक टेक्निकल, या वन थिंग कि not every one of you is going to get technical internship. So उस केस में try to do a non-technical internship कि at least resume में कुछ लिखो, ठीक है. And when to apply for it, there are timelines. हर कंपनी जो हायर करती है, आई वुड से कि यूट्यूब पे देयर इज अ चैनल विच इज कॉल्ड टेक यू फॉरवर्ड। आप उसमें जाओ, उसमें देयर इज अ वीडियो जहाँ पे वो कंपनी वाइज बताता है कि ये कंपनी इस मंथ में इंटर्नशिप के लिए हायर करती है। टेक अ लुक एट दैट वीडियो। एवरी कंपनी हैज अ फिक्स्ड टाइमलाइन कि वो इस मंथ से इस मंथ में इंटर्नशिप के लिए हायर करेगी। व्हेन टू अप्लाई फॉर इट यू वुड गेट टू नो, बट एज फार एज आई नो Microsoft, PayPal, all these companies hire for internship right at this time. October, November is the time. And then इससे थोड़े पहले चले जाओ, सो मार्च, अप्रैल, मई, जुलाई, अगस्त, जून जुलाई के महीने में गूगल हायर्स, गूगल takes the entrances for your internship. उस time Goldman Sachs also takes your test for internship roles. Goldman Sachs का भी पार हुआ है like some months ago. So yeah, you have to be company specific. आप पहले कंपनी डिसाइड करो कि आपको इस कंपनी में इंटर्नशिप करनी है। नेट पे जाओ, गूगल समथिंग कि ये कब हायर करता है इंटर्नशिप के लिए, एंड देन यू कैन नो। इट इज हाईली कंपनी स्पेसिफिक। ऐसा नहीं होता है कि सारे के सारे कंपनी एक साथ इंटर्नशिप के लिए हायर कर रहे हैं।
Yeah, they have asked for the YouTube name again.
Also, the name of the channel is Take You Forward. Okay, so this is a Take You Forward is channel का नाम है. This is run by a guy named Raj Vikramaditya. His name is Driver. He's from a tier 3 college. Yeah. तो तो वही वो बताएगा। He knows a lot about off-campus placements. तो उस केस में he can guide you well. Best way to do web development. So the best way to do web development is at least get started with it. ठीक है। There are a lot of courses on Udemy, paid courses, or there are a lot of courses YouTube पे भी। ठीक है, you can go, you have to first start, पहले HTML करो, CSS कर लो, JavaScript कर लो। Once that foundation is ready, then आपके पास एक choice आएगा whether you have to pick React Native or whether you're going for Angular. उस point पे when you decide, you choose आपको जो भी करना है, and then take up a project उसके बाद directly. Now लाइक आई एम टेलिंग यू इज कि अगर आपको वेब डेवलपमेंट सीखना है, सो डू इट प्रैक्टिकली। एक स्मॉल स्मॉल प्रोजेक्ट्स को उठाओ। लेट्स से मुझे एक लॉगिन पेज बनाना है, आप उससे स्टार्ट करो। फिर उसके बाद आपको एक रेस्टोरेंट के लिए एक वेबसाइट सेटअप करना है जहाँ पे वो ऑर्डर्स ले। तो next thing that you're going to learn is you learn how to set up a UI, you learn about fields, you learn about data entry, and then when you place a order, then REST call happens and then it goes to backend. तो when you do it the practical way, आपको पता चलेगा आपको एक बैकएंड कनेक्ट करना है। सो दैट पॉइंट यू रियलाइज कि आपको जरूरत ही क्या है बैकएंड का, राइट? सो स्टार्ट विद स्मॉल प्रोजेक्ट्स, कीप बिल्डिंग ऑन दैट, बड़े बड़े प्रोजेक्ट बनाते जाओ एंड देन कीप गोइंग। डोंट डू कि एक पर्टिकुलर कोर्स पकड़ लिया एंड उसके बाद उसके भरोसे हैं कि वो मेरे को सब सिखा देगा। दैट वोंट वर्क। सो वेब डेवलपमेंट के लिए प्रैक्टिकल वे इज द बेस्ट वे टू गो। Okay, Microsoft internship is out right now. I wasn't aware of that. Cool.
Yes, so I am switching the slide again. The next is for placements.
Take internship.
Mm,
Appreciable skills as the company demands. Okay, so that's a good question. What should be the approach if you do not have the skills that a company demands? It does not matter all that much because at the end of the day, let's say you are absorbed in one technology. Let's say you join Microsoft. Your first project is on React, right? And then they would like you to, you're working on your project, first 2 months passed. And then now they ask you to work on Angular, let's say. वैसे माइक्रोसॉफ्ट में एंगुलर नहीं होता, बट लेट्स अज्यूम। तो उस केस में उन्हें तो आपको ट्रेनिंग देनी ही पड़ेगी, राइट? तो आपको इस बेसिस पे वो नहीं हटाएंगे कि आपको एंगुलर नहीं आता है, आपको रिएक्ट आता है। गेट दैट थिंग स्ट्रेट। द पॉइंट इज यू शुड नो द बेसिक of web development. Approach if one doesn't have, yeah. So if you do not have that particular skill set, let's say they're asking for React, you don't know React, at least you know web development, so it works. You have to show a learning attitude इस case में कि I do not know this, but I'm passionate to learn, I'm eager to learn this, so they would hire you because they want people who are going to learn, because ultimately उन्हें सिखाना ही है। whether they hire कोई दूसरे कंपनी से आ रहा है बंदा या फिर वो फ्रेशर हो, पहले वो आपको ट्रेनिंग देंगे, तभी आपको प्रोजेक्ट में डालेंगे या फिर कोई भी कंपोनेंट में डालेंगे, प्रोडक्ट में डालेंगे। तो यू हैव टू शो लर्निंग एटीट्यूड। स्किल सेट नहीं भी हो तो चलेगा, बट हाँ एटलीस्ट बेसिक आना चाहिए। लेट्स से वेब डेवलपमेंट का आपका प्रोफाइल है, आपको एंड्रॉइड आता है, तो कम से कम एंड्रॉइड का बेसिक आना चाहिए। ठीक है, आपको मतलब एक प्रोजेक्ट इन्वायरमेंट में काम करने आना चाहिए। वेरी बेसिक थिंग्स लाइक नेटवर्किंग, डीएसए, उसके बाद आपका रेस्ट कॉल्स, एपीआईज, ये सब का नॉलेज होना चाहिए। दैट इज द बेसिक। पर्टिकुलर स्किल सेट को वो नहीं सीख करेंगे. They are going to look for very general skills like DSA आता है बंदे को, networking आता है बंदे को, then it works. You just have to show a learning attitude. That's it.
Yes, yeah. Second is why to choose your private sector when the mindset is that public sector is good.
It depends. Like आप किसके mindset से देख रहे हो? If you're looking at the society's mindset जहाँ पे public sector is good, so उस केस में like it depends आपको क्या choose करना है. Private sector में there's a lot of money, there's a lot of travel, there's good life. In public sector there is not all that adventure, there is not all that much of money. वो luxury वाला life I'm not sure अगर आपको public sector में मिलेगा unless and until you go to a very high ranked officer वाले post पे. Otherwise public sector में if you go there's not all that much of luxury, and there's no lavish life there. But in private sector the pay is good. uh, it depends कि see it's sort of प्रायोरिटी. बहुत लोगों के लिए वो मैटर करता है कि हाँ मुझे चैन का जिंदगी जीना है, कम पैसे भी चलेंगे, बट सम पीपल आर लाइक नहीं, आई रियली वांट मोर मनी, आई कैन हैंडल अ लिटिल बिट ऑफ इंस्टेबिलिटी, कि मुझे काम ज्यादा करना पड़े बट या मनी इज इम्पोर्टेंट. सो बेस्ड ऑन दैट इट डिपेंड्स ऑन द इंडिविजुअल आपको क्या चूज करना है. एंड व्हाई टू चूज प्राइवेट सेक्टर? If you ask me personally, why to choose private sector? Because you would get to learn a lot of new things. सबसे पहली बात. And then when you won't learn unless and until you're in your comfort zone. Public sector is your comfort zone. Unless and until you don't get out of that comfort zone, you cannot really grow. Take it. And once you grow, there's money, there's a lot of other things that comes with it. So that is why I personally prefer private sector. Public sector is good too. Like it depends from person to person.
Yes, so the third question is for the freshers. What should be the main programming language that they should focus on the perspective of company?
Company perspective say Java is the most desirable language because सारे के सारे companies का, old companies का, like established companies का tech stack is Java. You look at Amazon, Flipkart, PayPal, um, all of these have tech stacks in Java. Goldman Sachs, सारे के सारे tech stack companies के Java में है. If you go to Microsoft, वहाँ पे they use C Sharp. So Microsoft is one exception जहाँ पे C Sharp use होता है. Then if you go to Google, वहाँ पे there is a mix of languages. वहाँ पे भी Java is predominantly used because Android उन्हीं का है. And then there's Golang वहाँ पे use होता है, and there's Python as well. So main programming language the company would focus on is either it has to be C++ or Java because they want to see कि आप properly problem solving कर पा रहे हो या नहीं कर पा रहे हो. Let's say आपको Python आता है, ठीक है, they'll tell you to sort an array. तो आप तो कर दोगे like list dot sort करके you're sorting the array. So that won't work because उस केस में the company cannot tell you कि इसका time complexity बताओ, इसका space complexity बताओ, इसको optimize करो. So they want a language which is very very fragmented, कि आप उसमें logic implement करो and वो lines of code उनको दिखे. So main programming language companies के लिए होता है Java. If you're doing C++, that is good as well. I'm telling Java because projects, real world projects जो होते हैं वो Spring Boot में होते हैं. It is a Java tech stack. तो वहाँ पे कंपनी के लिए क्या होता है ना, इफ यू नो डीएसए इन जावा तो आपका डीएसए वाला पार्ट भी कवर हो गया, वहां से आप एंड्रॉइड पे निकल सकते हो, उसके बाद आपका कंपनी का भी काम आ गया बिकॉज उनको जावा का टेक स्टैक है. सी प्लस प्लस पीपल डू फॉर कॉम्पिटेटिव प्रोग्रामिंग, दैट इज गुड एज वेल. If you cannot do Java or if you're more comfortable in C++, that works as well. Don't make Python your main programming language. That's what I would say.
Yes, yeah. Yeah, the last is I guess I copied from the last internship slides, so I'm skipping this one.
Yeah.
Yes. So it's there is a continuation of questions. So the question is MNC tag matters or the job position matters? Bhaiya, you are on mute.
Okay, MNC stack or job position. It again depends. Like it's a personal choice. It would be like, would you work for Google at a low pay or would you work for some company like, let's say TCS for 50 LPA? Like, what would you choose? Like this question is for Rituraj.
Bhaiya, then in that case, I will choose TCS over Google.
Yeah, so that's the point, right? So if you look at SDE roles, software development engineer roles, these are the cream roles in any company because these are the core engineers in those companies. And yeah, software development engineers, a profile you'll find only in product development companies, product based companies. Other companies, you have associate engineer, engineer trainee, all these things. So if you're getting an SDE role at a growing companies, I mean a good progressing startup में आ गया phone पे. Then there's another company, Navi. And then, like, if you get it from a growing company, Browser Stack, then these companies का SDE tag is much better than आपका एक established company, let's say Microsoft के consultant वाले roles से, these are much better. So yeah, but again, it depends. आपको, like, because I'll tell you what, you're talking about the MNCs tag, right? So when you're talking about MNCs, I'm assuming you're not talking about TCS and Wipro. So when you talk about MNCs, I'm assuming you're talking about the FANG companies tag, right? So
Yes, भैया, yes, भैया.
yeah, so let's say you go, yeah, the best example, let's say you go into Amazon as a support engineer. ठीक है, you go into Amazon as a support engineer based on the brand value. फिर आप 2 साल बाद switch करना चाहोगे, right? आप switch करने गए, आपको फिर क्यों लेंगे कोई? Because other companies are looking for SDs. आप Amazon में काम करते हो, सर्विस बेस्ड कंपनी में आप जाओगे नहीं, बिकॉज वो आपको उतना पे करेंगे नहीं, बिकॉज Amazon में सपोर्ट इंजीनियर का भी सैलरी इज अराउंड 10 LP है. सो आपको फिर उतने पे करेंगे नहीं सर्विस बेस्ड कंपनीज. आप SD रोल के लिए जा नहीं सकते हो बिकॉज आपके पास रिक्वायर्ड एक्सपीरियंस नहीं है सपोर्ट इंजीनियर वाले केस में. सो यू आर स्टक एट दिस पॉइंट एंड सिर्फ आप मतलब अपने में रख सकते हो कि मैं Amazon में काम करता हूँ, बट आप क्या काम करते हो यू ऑल्सो नो, राइट? उस पॉइंट पे नाउ लेट्स सी आपको Amazon में ही स्विच करना है इंटरनली, यू वांट टू बिकम एन SD, तो वो आपको प्रायोरिटाइज नहीं करेंगे बिकॉज यू डोंट हैव द रिक्वायर्ड स्किल. उस केस में व्हाट दे आर गोइंग, Amazon खुद लुक करेगी ना कि कहीं हम बाहर से SD हायर कर लेते हैं. सो अगर आप इस पॉइंट पे Amazon के सपोर्ट इंजीनियर को नहीं ज्वाइन करके यू वुड हैव जॉइंड लेट्स से another company, any growing company, let's say Zerodha, you have joined Zerodha as an SD. So they would hire the Zerodha SD guy over you who's already working at Amazon. So I would strongly suggest कि go for your profile. Profile is more important than company because आप अगर उस profile पे SD profile पे किसी भी company पे 1-1.5 साल काम कर लोगे ना, other companies, established MNCs, Microsoft, Flipkart, they are going to call you कि interview कर लो. So profile matters more than the company or the brand or the tag, because because see, it's a marathon. Your career is a marathon. It's not a sprint कि 2 दिन में ही सबसे fancy job starting में उठा ली and then you are set for your life. ऐसा नहीं होता. It's a marathon. Start slow. Start by learning. आप प्रोफाइल पे फोकस करो. SD मिले, दैट इज द बेस्ट थिंग. SD के बाद आप दूसरे कंपनीज का ऑप्शंस खुला रहेगा, कभी भी जा सकते हो, बट ब्रांड को लेके कहीं नहीं जा सकते हो. ब्रांड को लेके आपको इंटरव्यूज मिल जाएगा कि हाँ मैं माइक्रोसॉफ्ट में काम करता हूँ, इंटरव्यूज मिल जाएंगे, बट देन उन्हें फिर अल्टीमेटली वो पैसे आपको देंगे SD के वर्क प्रोफाइल के लिए, राइट? तो वहां पे आप आगे नहीं जाओगे. दैट्स द पॉइंट.
Yes, भैया. So here the next question is the subject which we read in semester, does they play any role in the placement scenario?
यस, इट डिपेंड्स ऑन द सब्जेक्ट्स. लाइक आपका DBMS is a important subject. Like it सारे सब्जेक्ट्स नहीं, बट देर आर सम कोर कंप्यूटर साइंस सब्जेक्ट्स, जैसे DBMS हो गया, नेटवर्किंग हो गया, एंड देन आई गेस प्रोग्रामिंग से रिलेटेड भी जो सब्जेक्ट्स है, वो सारे सब्जेक्ट्स आर इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर योर प्लेसमेंट. एंड दे आर इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर योर प्लेसमेंट्स इन द सेंस कि आप जो उनसे सीखते हो वो आपके इंटरव्यू में पूछा जाएगा. इट्स ये इंपॉर्टेंट नहीं है कि आप उस सेमेस्टर में ओ ले आओ और फिर उसके बाद लाइक वैसे इंपॉर्टेंट नहीं है, ग्रेड वाइज इंपॉर्टेंट नहीं है. जो आप उसमें लर्न करोगे ना वो आपका इंटरव्यू में पूछा जाएगा, उस एस्पेक्ट से वो सब्जेक्ट इंपॉर्टेंट है. तो वो आप पता कर लो. लाइक प्लेसमेंट के लिए DBMS इज इंपॉर्टेंट, नेटवर्किंग इज इंपॉर्टेंट एंड प्रोग्रामिंग इज इंपॉर्टेंट. ये 3 इंपॉर्टेंट होता है. तो ये जब सब्जेक्ट्स आपके सेमेस्टर्स में आए, मेक श्योर कि आप इन्हें अच्छे से पढ़ो. अदरवाइज पढ़ना तो आपको पड़ेगा ही, बिकॉज अगर अच्छा प्लेसमेंट चाहिए अभी, या तो क्लास में पढ़ लो या तो बाहर पढ़ो. पढ़ना तो आपको पड़ेगा ही अगर आपको फैंसी जॉब्स चाहिए तो.
Yes, भैया. So the another is regarding the CGP and board percentage,
Okay, I missed
whether they
another
will be
thing.
asking for it.
Okay, what is
Yes,
the role
भैया.
of operating system in placements? Operating system is skipped. Operating system भी important है. All the computer science subjects you guys know, right? Operating system, networking, DBMS and programming, मतलब DSA वाला subjects. These are the 4 subjects जो placement subjects बोला जाता है. तो इन्हें अच्छे से करना पड़ेगा. Next is, does CGPA and board placement matter? It does. when I guess all of you guys are in third year right now. When you guys joined
Yes,
college,
there a
okay,
few are from second year also.
okay, fine. So when you guys joined college, you're in final year, fine, that works. So fine, there's a mix. तो जो भी है कि we have been hearing it a lot from our seniors कि CGPA मैटर नहीं करता है, ये है वो है, प्लेसमेंट तो लग ही जाता है, ऐसा वैसा. But they don't tell you कि कैसा प्लेसमेंट लगता है. They tell you प्लेसमेंट लग जाता है, that is true, but they do not tell you कितने का लगता है. ठीक है, so when you actually turn around and look at that, CGPA becomes important. If you want to sit for Microsoft, I'm telling you, the cutoff is 8.5 CGPA. Microsoft का minimum criteria is 8.5 CGPA. Again, it depends. इस बार 9 कर दे, 9 CGPA कर दे. And there's a fixed criteria Microsoft के लिए कि board में you should have 75% or 80% is the criteria. There is some, because if you go for fancy companies ना, Microsoft हो गया, फिर आपका other companies are there. There are some companies जो criteria रख देती है कि 80% चाहिए मेरे को board में, मेरे को इतना CGPA चाहिए. So उस companies में you won't be shortlisted. I'll tell you about Striver. He appeared for Microsoft. He cleared all the rounds. He did not get the final offer letter because उसके board में उतना percentage नहीं था. ही इज अ कॉम्पिटिटिव कोडर, लाइक अच्छे लेवल का कोडर है वो बंदा, 6 स्टार है कोड शिफ्ट पे. माइक्रोसॉफ्ट डिड नॉट हायर हिम. तो आप सोच सकते हो उस बंदे के पास सारा स्किल्स है, बट यस, बोर्ड एंड सीजीपीए मैटर्स. इट डिपेंड्स ऑन आप किस पर्सपेक्टिव से देख रहे हो. टीसीएस के लिए बात कर रहे हो, इट डज नॉट मैटर. अगर आप माइक्रोसॉफ्ट लेवल पे जाओगे, इट डज मैटर. सो ये सीजीपीए ट्राई करो डिसेंट मेंटेन करने का. आई एम नॉट टेलिंग यू 10 या फिर 9.5 रखो, बट एटलीस्ट 8.5 रखो. बोर्ड में 80 एटलीस्ट हो तो बेटर है. एंड देन अब बहुत एक ऐसा होता है कि किसी का बोर्ड में 80 नहीं है, तो इन दैट केस अब यू कैन नॉट चेंज इट, राइट. यू ऑलवेज ट्राई टू कंट्रोल द कंट्रोलेबल्स. अनकंट्रोलेबल्स को हम लोग टच नहीं करते हैं. तो फॉर एग्जाम्पल 80 नहीं है भाई मेरा, तो माइक्रोसॉफ्ट, नॉट फॉर मी, लाइक आई एम टेलिंग फॉर अ पर्सन जिसका 80 नहीं है, तो उसको माइक्रोसॉफ्ट नहीं मिल सकता है. तो उसके बारे में अब सोच के फायदा है नहीं. बट देर आर अदर कंपनीज, देर इज Amazon. Amazon 60% पे हायर करती है, तो यू कैन फोकस ऑन दैट एंड देन Amazon स्पेसिफिक प्रिपरेशन स्टार्ट कर दो, या तो जो भी कंपनी आपका स्पेसिफिक उस पर स्टार्ट कर दो. सो हाँ, एक डिसेंट सीजीपीए रखना इंपॉर्टेंट है, बोर्ड परसेंटेज भी इंपॉर्टेंट है. uh, उतना इंपॉर्टेंट नहीं है अगर इफ यू लुक एट द एमएनसीज, लोअर एमएनसीज, उसके लिए उतना इंपॉर्टेंट नहीं है, बट हाँ टॉप कंपनीज के लिए इंपॉर्टेंट है.
Yes, Priya. So the last question from the placement is, if someone is not good in coding, then they will be able to grab the job.
Okay, so good in coding, you have to be at least moderate level ka in order to grab a job. Now again, all these questions na, they can be broken into two types. Like there are tier 1 companies and then there are other companies. Tier 1 companies ke liye you have to be good in coding. By good, I mean you have to be really good in coding. Now if you talk about companies, if it's which company, good person. Okay, I'll come to that. If you talk about tier 1 companies, coding is really important. अच्छे level का coding आना चाहिए. If you talk about other companies, like if you talk about service based companies, जिसमें Deloitte comes in a service based company, उसके लिए you don't need to be a very proficient coder, pro coder. You just need to know एक moderate level का coding. You have to be like आपको arrays, stacks, queues, searching, sorting इतना आता है तो भी काम हो जाता है for service based companies. तो you can target those. But if you want एकदम tier 1 job, cream company, तो you have to also have a very good coding उस केस में. If you don't have a very good coding, तो you won't be able to crack, because उनका रिटन टेस्ट ही स्टार्ट होता है कोडिंग से. टीयर 1 कंपनीज बहुत बार ऐसे करती हैं कि दे डोंट इवन गो इनटू एप्टीट्यूड. सीधा सीधा दो क्वेश्चन, इफ यू सिट फॉर ऑफ कैंपस प्लेसमेंट्स एट पेपैल, दे विल जस्ट आस्क यू 2 कोडिंग क्वेश्चंस एंड दोस आर गुड क्वेश्चंस. तो क्लियर ही नहीं करोगे तो आगे कैसे जाओगे. इंटरव्यू में जाओगे इन एनी प्रोडक्ट बेस्ड कंपनी, तो फर्स्ट राउंड इज डीएसए राउंड. तो इफ यू डोंट नो डीएसए, आप क्वालिफाई ही नहीं करोगे. So yeah, for tier 1 companies, coding is very important. For other service-based companies, like if you go in the range of 7 lakhs तक, uh, 6, 5, 6, 7 तक में moderate coding में भी काम चल जाता है. But अगर आप 10 plus जाओगे ना, तो coding is again very very important.
Yes, Priya. So Priya, one question was there. What one should be using? Like, they should use IDE or the plain text editor to write the codes.
Always like use an ID. Preparation के लिए हमेशा ID use करो. Then let's say मेरा interview है 1 महीने बाद, इवन इन दैट केस आई वुड से कि आईडी ही यूज करो। जस्ट एक वीक पहले थोड़ा लाइक टाइप करके देख लो नोटपैड वगैरह में प्लेन टेक्स्ट एडिटर पे, बट ऑलवेज यूज आईडी, बिकॉज व्हेन यू यूज आईडी ना, प्लेन टेक्स्ट एडिटर पे आप लिख लोगे बट कंपाइल कहाँ करोगे? दैट्स अ लॉट ऑफ हार्ड वर्क। प्लेन टेक्स्ट एडिटर में लिखो फिर उसको जाके वहां लिखो। तो ये इंपॉर्टेंट है कि आप कहीं भी लिख लो भाई, आईडी में लिखना है बस। ये ध्यान रखो कि आईडी में लिखे, बिकॉज आपको बहुत सारा ऑटो सजेशंस मिलेगा वहाँ पे। सिंटैक्स के लिए लेट्स से आप सिंटैक्स गलत कर दिए, ठीक है, आप सेमीकोलन मिस कर दिए, प्लेन टेक्स्ट एडिटर पे तो आपको ध्यान में भी नहीं जाएगा, बिकॉज अ लॉट ऑफ टाइम्स इट हैपेंस, आप कंपाइल कर रहे हो तब आपको पता चला सेमीकोलन इज मिसिंग। सो आईडी पॉइंट आउट कर देगा। सो आईडी विल हेल्प यू टू लर्न लाइक कोडिंग सिंटैक्स। आईडी में एक बार आप प्रोफिशिएंट हो जाओ, देन यू कैन स्विच टू टेक्स्ट एडिटर। तो वो सिर्फ प्लेसमेंट के टाइम पे करो, जनरली टेक्स्ट एडिटर पे करने का कोई फायदा है नहीं वैसे। uh, if we switch company then board percentage plays a role or not? No, while when you're already working, when you're working in the industry, तो उस point of time पे when you're switching, उस time पे board percentage is not important। आप किस company से आ रहे हैं वो important है, और years of experience important है। So at that point of time board percentage इतना important नहीं होता है, right? 10 CGPA is also not good, like companies does not hire this person, they think that it's better than the company, because it's not like that। 10 CGPA वाले को भी हायर करते हैं, because why would they not hire a person having 10 CGPA? They would of course hire him ना, because 10 CGPA shows कि आपका डिवोशन रहा है all throughout college life। आप एक decent CGPA maintain किए हो, मतलब you are punctual, your work ethic is good, so that is an added advantage, it is never a disadvantage for you। So 10 CGPA is not a disadvantage, but हाँ, एक होता है कि अगर आप बोलोगे मेरा 10 CGPA है तो उनका एक्सपेक्टेशन हाई हो जाएगा, सो देन आपको वो बार क्लियर करना पड़ेगा। इट्स लाइक अ रिस्क गेम, ठीक है। मैंने बोला मेरे पास 10 CGPA, दे लास्ट यू अच्छा लेवल का क्वेश्चन, अगर आप अच्छा लेवल का क्वेश्चन आंसर कर रहे हो देन समझ रहे हो यू गेट एन एडेड एडवांटेज, ठीक है। सो यू गेट एन एडेड एडवांटेज, यू आर ऑलरेडी अहेड ऑफ द अदर पीपल, बिकॉज 10 CGPA आप बोल दिए, आप उसे प्रूव भी कर दिए। नाउ लेट्स से सेकंड सिनेरियो, आप 10 CGPA बोले बट आप उसे प्रूव नहीं कर पाए, तो आपको वो मॉडरेट लेवल का क्वेश्चन पूछेगा, बट आपके लिए वो डिसएडवांटेज नहीं एक्ट करेगा। सो या इट्स नेवर अ बैगेज, 10 CGPA इज ऑलवेज अ गुड थिंग। एंड कंपनी ऐसा नहीं सोचेगी कि इस बंदे के पास 10 CGPA है तो फिर वो मुझे छोड़ के चला जाएगा, बिकॉज देर आर 5,000 इंजीनियरिंग कॉलेजेस इन इंडिया। हर कॉलेज में लेट्स से 1,000 बच्चे पास आउट कर रहे हैं, 5,000 इंटू 1,000, अगर आप इसका 1% भी निकालोगे ना, 1% ऑफ द स्टूडेंट्स गेटिंग 10 CGPA, तो वो भी थाउजेंड्स में होगा, ठीक है। तो कितनों को छाटेंगे? अगर ऐसे छाटते चले गए, इट्स देयर नो पॉइंट, मतलब सारे अच्छे लोग फिर छटा ही जाएंगे ना।
Yeah, so I am reading out the question. The next question is, can anyone crack the company just by doing competitive coding and no projects?
What is the minimum board percentage? Can a person crack the company by competitive coding and no projects? No, you cannot crack a company just by doing competitive coding। You have to have at least 2 projects, basic projects होने चाहिए competitive coding के साथ। अगर आप competitive coding में if you show you are a 6 star या फिर काफी lucrative rank, आप कहीं पे वो बने हुए हो लाइक कोड मास्टर बने हुए हो कहीं पे, तो फिर दे सी कि बंदे ने कॉम्पिटिटिव कोडिंग में टाइम दिया है, तो इट मीन्स कि इसको प्रोजेक्ट करने का टाइम नहीं मिला है। बट ऐसा नहीं कि आपको उस चीज के लिए वो छोड़ देंगे कि ये कॉम्पिटिटिव कोडिंग में बहुत अच्छा है तो चलो प्रोजेक्ट वाला स्किप कर देते हैं। दे विल बी लीनियंट टुवर्ड्स यू, आपसे एकदम प्रो लेवल का प्रोजेक्ट नहीं एक्सपेक्ट करेंगे, बट दे विल एक्सपेक्ट कि आपके पास प्रोजेक्ट हो, 2 प्रोजेक्ट तो मिनिमम हो। आप फैंसी प्रोजेक्ट मत बनाओ, बट एटलीस्ट एक इजी प्रोजेक्ट 2 रहना ही चाहिए। And what is the minimum percentage criteria for Microsoft? It is 80 as far as I remember. You can check, it keeps changing. So it depends. But as far as I remember, it is 80.
Um,
Okay, next is questions asked in PayPal coding test, if you remember. As far as I remember, my questions were based on graph and one was on greedy. So yeah, अच्छे level के questions थे because it was an SD profile at that time. So one was a graph question, the other was greedy. I do not remember the exact question, but it was some kind of bridges होते हैं and then there were ports. एक port से दूसरे port में जाना है. Minimum number of connections कुछ उस type का question था. Graph का था. And greedy I don't remember at all. Next is how to prepare for interviews any specific platform. तो interviews के लिए prepare करना है. First get 2 projects off the shelf. 2 project बना के खत्म करो. Jump into DSA. DSA का basic level complete करो. Get into computer science subjects. वो complete करो. Now you are at least eligible for 4, 5, 6 LPA. इतना हो गया. Then step up your preparation. DSA अच्छे level का करो. And then projects को और enhance करते रहो. Then you will go for 10 plus. वो भी हो गया. Then your next target should be 20 plus. ऐसे करके you just build on. पहले basic करके एक skeleton खत्म करो. Then keep on adding muscles on top of that. And prepare for any specific platform. Coding के लिए you can refer to LeetCode. You can refer to Geeks for Geeks. You can refer to CodeChef. इन तीनों में से कोई भी एक उठा लो. And then what else to prepare for interviews? नहीं, interviews के लिए there are no specific platform. How are you going to prepare for interviews? Interviews के लिए interview is a personality game, right? Like I'm talking to you right now. It does not matter कि I'm the sharpest person. If I'm not able to convince you to hire me, you won't hire me, right? I know all the things in the world, but if I'm not able to express it, if I'm not able to convince you कि I know this thing, you won't hire me. And let's say I do not know a certain technology, but I'm able to convince you that I'll learn that technology, I would get hired, right? Placement के लिए if you come to interviews like face to face interview या फिर virtual interview, it is a game of convincing. It's about selling yourself. If you're good at convincing, if you're good at conversation, you're good at English, then you're always going to have an edge. So yeah, try to work on your soft skills and communication skills more for your interview preparation rather than core technical skills, because at one point of time na, your soft skills are going to be more important than your core technical skills, because राउंड्स होते जाएंगे ना, सारे के सारे लोग अच्छे होते हैं टेक्निकली, बिकॉज जो 2 राउंड 3 राउंड क्लियर करके 4th राउंड तक जा रहे, व्हाट डू यू थिंक वो लोग बुरे होंगे लाइक टेक्निकली? तो उस पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम पे सॉफ्ट स्किल्स इज द कटिंग क्राइटेरिया कि इस बंदे का सॉफ्ट स्किल्स अच्छा है तो इसको ले लो. सो या उसको भी ध्यान रखना, लाइक टेक्निकल के अलावा सॉफ्ट स्किल्स आर इक्वली इंपॉर्टेंट. What are the things you should do in order to have an attracted CA? What are the things you should do in order to have a good attractive CV? Attractive CV के लिए try to add as many things as possible which are relevant. You were the captain of your football team in class 10th or class 12th is not anywhere relevant to your company, why they should hire you. So don't include that, please. Try to include relevant things. Let's say you were in a hackathon, try to mention that. Mention relevant things, like think it from the interviewer's perspective कि वो आपको हायर करने वाला है, ठीक है? So you are looking for a candidate who's going to work with you. तो what are the things you would be looking for कि उस बंदे को जितना ज़्यादा projects हो, that is an added advantage. He should be good in coding, and then he should have some extracurriculars, technical curriculars like hackathon हो या फिर कुछ seminar attend करे, some kind of certification if possible, not mandatory. uh, if possible, they are not mandatory. And if you have some experience इधर उधर का internships का, then that is an added advantage. Let's say you have some technical internship, so yeah, that makes the resume attractive. uh, what should be the level of projects that we should make? The level of projects कोई specific level नहीं होता है. It has to be end to end product, ठीक है? उसमें back end होना चाहिए, front end होना चाहिए, DB होना चाहिए. सिर्फ login page बना के छोड़ दोगे, no one is going to hire you. That is the point. If you're going for a machine learning project, तो उस केस में just don't copy a project for the internet, because machine learning के लिए you need to know why you have chosen a particular model, why did you fine tune that particular model, how did you curate the data set, all these things are important. तो वो चीज़ पता होना चाहिए. So what should be the end to end project होना चाहिए? आपको उस project के बारे में सब कुछ पता होना चाहिए, ये technology क्यों use की है, what is the other alternatives available in the market, ये सारी चीज़ें पता होनी चाहिए. Let's say if I talk about deep learning, because that is my area, I get like this question as very frequently ki why did you use PyTorch framework, why not TensorFlow? So you should have a convincing answer, because TensorFlow currently has a more market share, but again PyTorch is growing. So yeah, it depends आपके preparation और आपके technology पे. Level up projects, it has to be end-to-end project. So you got PayPal off campus. Yes, I got PayPal off campus. Microsoft was on campus. How necessary is a good LinkedIn profile having good networks? How necessary is a good LinkedIn profile? Okay, this is a good question. When I got recruited in Microsoft, all the interviewers I interviewed with, I noted down their names. लिंक्डइन में होता है कि एक फ्री ट्रायल आप ले सकते हो, ठीक है? सो आई एक्टिवेटेड दैट फ्री ट्रायल फॉर 1 मंथ. आई वांटेड टू सी कि कितने इंटरव्यूअर्स एक्चुअली गो टू योर लिंक्डइन प्रोफाइल एंड व्यू, एंड none of them viewed my LinkedIn profile. I had my LinkedIn URL right on top, clickable link था, आप उस पर क्लिक करो, मेरे LinkedIn प्रोफाइल पे पहुंच जाओगे. None of them cared to look at the LinkedIn profile. So you know how important that is. But yeah, if you are going to अप्रोच समवन कि मुझे रेफर कर दो इस रोल के लिए, तो वो बंदा आपको रेफर करने वाला है, वो तो आपका प्रोफाइल देखेगा ही. बट इफ यू कम टू, मतलब आप ऑलरेडी कंपनी की नजर में आ चुके हो, आपका इंटरव्यू शेड्यूल्ड है, उस केस में लिंक्डइन प्रोफाइल इंपॉर्टेंट नहीं है. इफ यू आर सीकिंग आउट एक ऑफ कैंपस अपॉर्चुनिटी कि मुझे रेफर कर दो, या आपको एक रिक्रूटर रीच आउट करता है, तो वो आपके प्रोफाइल देख के ही रीच करेगा, बिकॉज दैट इज योर वर्चुअल रिज्यूमे. So yes, good LinkedIn profile, very important, always gives you an edge, but not mandatory. Good networks, always important. Let's say you're connected to someone who works at Microsoft. You're connected to someone who works at Google. And internal opening आया कि internship के लिए ना, there are 6 open roles. आप refer कर दो. तो if you're connected to that person, let's talk about 2 scenarios कि दो बंदे हैं. One person is a moderate coder, not that very proficient, and one is a very pro coder but does not have connections. तो अगर moderate वाले बंदे को एक रेफरल दे दिया जाए, ही माइट मेक इट थ्रू. बट प्रोफिशिएंट बंदा जो था, उसका भी क्या ही फायदा, ही डज नॉट हैव नेटवर्क्स, उसको इन्फॉर्मेशन ही नहीं मिलेगा, बंदा अप्लाई नहीं करेगा, सो हाउ विल ही गेट थ्रू? सो नेटवर्किंग इज वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. गुड लिंक्डइन प्रोफाइल इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट इफ यू वांट टू गो ऑफ कैंपस. उस केस में इट बिकम्स वेरी वेरी क्रूशियल. मतलब अगर अपनी बदौलत आपको, इफ यू वांट टू टेक अ जॉब, then you're on your own. So your connections, your networks, your LinkedIn profile is going to take you places. अगर आप job, like if you're going to take a job via on campus college के तरीके से, then LinkedIn profile is not that important. Is it enough to study only the semester syllabus nicely? No. It is not enough to study your semester syllabus, because semester syllabus you're going to have so many other subjects. Placement के लिए there are only 4 subjects, computer science subjects that are important, and coding is important. College में they never really talk about the importance of time complexity, space complexity. For example, let me tell you this. There is one specific question that you would be taught in college, which is called as Josephus problem. Okay? And they are going to teach you Josephus problem using a doubly linked list approach. If you have crossed your third year में पढ़ाते हैं, और second year they might have taught you already. So they tell you one approach, ठीक है? But if the same Josephus problem is asked to you in your interview, they'll tell you to optimize it. तो इसका 2-3 approaches होता है. One is your recursion approach, one is your doubly linked list approach, and then there are other approaches as well. So उस केस में ना, one is efficient, उसके ऊपर दूसरा वाला is more efficient. One is space वाले तरीके से efficient, not efficient time wise. One is time wise efficient, not space wise efficient. So one question has to be handled in very different ways. College के case में what happens, they also have a constraint, they have to teach you a lot of things. So if they get into optimization and time complexity, space complexity, syllabus complete नहीं हो पाएगा, right? So it is not their fault, but they are going to tell you all the things, but they are not going to dive into details like optimization details. वो आपको खुद से ही करना पड़ेगा. You cannot blame it on someone. So college syllabus is not sufficient. It is a introduction. They will show you the path, but आगे आपको जाना पड़ेगा. You have to dive deeper. उतनी करने से it's not sufficient. If you refer someone in PayPal, what do you look in the candidate? If I refer someone in PayPal, I look like how is the person to work with. I generally refer people whom I've worked with before. Worked with before as in college, in projects or something like that. So I generally refer people because I would be looking at someone whom I would be working in office. So it's not important कि he's the best coder. He should be a moderate coder and he should be a good person, because ultimately he has to be my friend, right? Working in a college, in the company. तो सारे लोग यही देखते हैं. It has to be a good person and he has to be a moderate person. Need not be the best person. So that is where soft skills come into picture. Like आप खुद सोच के देखो ना. If you're working in a company, your best friend who is moderate in coding asks for a referral, या फिर the best guy who is in coding आपके college का asks for a referral, whom would you refer first? आप हो सकता है दोनों को refer कर दो, but maybe you would refer a moderate person who is your better friend first. So think it from that perspective. सारे लोग यही करते हैं. They may not tell it as bluntly or as honestly that I'm telling you right now. Everyone will sugarcoat it कि हाँ I look for this, I look for that, but ground truth is क्या सही होता है. Have you thought about higher studies in MS Public or 23? No, I haven't thought about higher studies. A point being, I always try to weigh out the pros and cons. Let's say I go for higher studies, right? Let's say मैंने MS करा, I went abroad. What is the thing that happens next? आपने MS कर लिया, आप abroad चल गए. So ultimately you would again, if you're going into studies, you would ultimately work for a company, right? Because you need money. What is the company's options that you have at that point of time? MS मतलब कि अच्छा company abroad यानी कि good companies. So then you'll have Microsoft, PayPal, Google, LinkedIn, ये सारी companies. So when I'm already in those companies, why would I again go for higher studies? Because package भी वही होना है MS के बाद. Maybe it is incremental. MS करने में 2 साल लगेगा, right? And right now I'm in SD1. SD2 होने पे salary doubles around like more or less ऐसा ही होता है. So if I work for 2 years, I become an SDE2. So an SDE2 is going to earn more than a fresh person जो MS करके आया है. So that way MS is not really important. मतलब मेरे लिए it may be different for others, but for me MS is not that important because ultimately end goal is money. So I can do it better staying at the current place. So yeah, MS is not in the plans. How soon I should start practicing DSC? Okay, like I'm in the second year and I started making projects. I started my preparation in the beginning of third year. Up till second year, I didn't do anything. I would not recommend you guys for doing it like doing that way. I got lucky because lockdown happened and I had plenty of time. And then while all the other people were nagging and crying about these guys are stuck at home, I realized, see, what happened with me was all my friends, they had impressive resumes. I did not even have a resume. I just knew Java, and they had web development, Android, machine learning, ये सारी चीजें they knew. So when I was at home, I realized कि it's do or die for me. I cannot cook fancy dishes and dalgona coffee and all that stuff. I cannot do that at that point of time. So at that point of time, I studied rigorously for 6 months. I within those 6 months, I did 5 projects. I did machine learning and DSA. So 6 months is the ideal. 6 महीने में आप कर सकते हो, ठीक है. अगर डू और डाई वाली सिचुएशन में फंस जाओ तो 6 मंथ्स में कर सकते हो. इट इज ऑलवेज एडवाइजेबल ब्रेक इट डाउन कि आपको थोड़ा थोड़ा करके कर लो. बट हाँ 6 महीने में हो जाएगा. दैट्स द पॉइंट. So how should I start? Okay, so how recommendation is you should start practicing DSA फर्स्ट ईयर के मिड से. मतलब जब आपका फर्स्ट सेमेस्टर खत्म होता है ना, तो बेसिक्स कोडिंग के स्टार्ट कर दो एंड वहीं से आप पिक करते जाओ. द पॉइंट इज सेकेंड ईयर में आते आते आप एक अच्छा लेवल का डीएसए करना जानना चाहिए. लाइक टुवर्ड्स द मिड ऑफ सेकेंड ईयर यू शुड बी गुड इन डीएसए. लाइक आइडियल, मतलब आइडियल सिनेरियोज आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट. Like I'm in your second year now. Yeah, so if you're in your second year now, it's not late. That was the point. The point of telling you the story was I started third year, mein, so you're not late. So you're in a very good place than I was. So you're not late. First of all, you can start right now and 6 महीने में आराम से हो जाएगा. You should start making projects. Project should be a priority. Projects करके पहले साइड रख लो, उसके बाद DSA में build up करते रहो. Which companies come for internships in a college? During my time, companies did not come for internship in a college. There was one company which came, which is called the SUA Fab Lab. That was the only company that came. Um, Apart from that, मेरे year में they did not come for internship. And then 2022 batch, there were companies. There were 2 or 3 companies that came. HighRadius, Siemens. These companies came. So since I've like passed out right now, I do not have these exact stats ki कौन सी companies आ रही है currently, because the number of companies that are coming to college is increasing every year. This thing I can assure you, because मेरे time पे the companies that came and the companies that came for 2021, and if you look at the companies that came for 2022, both the quality of companies and the quantity of companies have increased. And for 2023 batch, they are like they have already started your interview no internship application forms. So yeah, year by year the college is improving and the number of companies also increasing. So which exact companies come? I guess you can ask the placement cell or you can ask your direct senior. Like if you're in your second year, ask your third year. If you're in a first year, ask the current batch that is going to face the placements. Like third year is the ideal year to target because उन्हें पता होता है कौन सा आ रहा है कौन नहीं आ रहा है. Can we simultaneously do it? Uh, no, you can do it. See, all these questions are again a matter of personal preference. The very first thing is why do you want to do GATE or CAT, right? Uh, if your passion lies in management, MBA, then you should you should not have gotten into engineering in the first place, right? Um, Abhipsha Sahu. Okay, so I would not recommend this because इसमें क्या होता है ना कि ना ही आपका कैट या गेट का प्रिपरेशन अच्छे से होगा ना ही आपको टॉप टियर जॉब होगा. व्हाट आई बिलीव इन इज कि यू आर ऑलरेडी इन इंजीनियरिंग, राइट? यू हैव ऑलरेडी गॉटन इन. देयर इज नो वे आउट, आप इससे निकल नहीं सकते हो अब. सो इंस्टेड ऑफ थिंकिंग ऑफ अदर ऑप्शंस कि शायद मेरा सबसे फैंसी जॉब नहीं लगा सो आई एम प्रिपेयरिंग अ प्लान बी, उस टाइम और एनर्जी को अगर आप प्लान ए में डिवोट कर दो, यू गेट अ टियर वन जॉब, टॉप टियर जॉब. सो टॉप टियर जॉब इज लाइक 20-25 प्लस. सो आपको कैट और एमबीए गेट और कैट का जरूरत ही नहीं पड़ेगा. सो इंस्टेड ऑफ डूइंग दैट साइमल्टेनियसली, ऐसा हो सकता है कि आप कैट के लिए प्रिपेयर कर रहे हो एंड देन यू गेट प्लेस्ड इन अ 4 to 5 LPA कंपनी. दैट इज ऑल्सो नॉट अ वेरी फेवरेबल सिचुएशन आई गेस. उससे अच्छा फोकस योर एनर्जी, लाइक प्रायोरिटाइज प्लेसमेंट पे एंड गेट द बेस्ट कंपनी. आपको गेट और कैट की जरूरत ही नहीं पड़ेगी. Aptitude is important for company internships. Yes, aptitude is very important. Coding, sorry, पहला round जो आपका होता है ना, that is your screening round. Screening round में there is a mix of questions. Aptitude होते हैं, MCQs होते हैं, technical MCQs, which is related to your 4 core computer science subjects I told about, and coding questions होते हैं. So screening round में सारे के सारे type of questions होते हैं. Aptitude भी, technical
Bhaiya, you are not audible.
Actually, I guess there is some network issues or something. Just wait a minute. Uh, Just wait. He's trying to reconnect.
Hey, hello.
Yes, Priya.
Oh yeah, am I audible?
Yes, Priya, you are audible.
Yeah, so there was some network issue. Fine, I've joined in using my mobile phone. Cool. So not sure what was the next question. It's not visible to me. Can someone please read out?
Yes, Priya, I am reading out. You are about talking about that GATE exam,
Oh yeah,
and the second question was from the Vinayak. Yes, Priya.
yeah, go on.
The next question is from Vinayak. Aptitude is important for companies internship.
Yeah, aptitude is important for companies internship because आपका जो पहला राउंड होने वाला है that is going to be a mix of aptitude, technical questions and coding questions. ठीक है? So point is unless and until you don't clear screening, आप अगले राउंड पे जा ही नहीं सकते हो. So aptitude is important इस तरीके से. And then there are some companies जो on the basis of aptitude ही आपका इंटरव्यूज कंडक्ट कर देती है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल क्लाउडजेन वाज वन कंपनी, द फर्स्ट कंपनी आई गॉट प्लेस्ड इन on campus. So usme there were no technical questions. If you talk about Deloitte, तो Deloitte में भी there are no technical questions screening round में. Technical questions like interview में हो सकते हैं, but screening round में नहीं होते. तो these companies only ask aptitude. तो yeah, that way aptitude is important. Cannot skip it.
Yes, Priya. The next question is, can we do internship in a small startup who post their jobs in Intershala?
No, like who post their jobs in internshala can do, but you should not do an internship जिसमें आपको खुद के पैसे देने पड़े and then they give you a certificate. That is not recommended. Do internships, small company, बड़े company does not matter, right? What matters is कि you get the experience, that is more important. तो internships करने चाहिए, it does not matter आपका company छोटा या बड़ा हो. In fact, all the companies they prefer small companies. अगर आप small company या startup से internship करके आए हो, so startups में क्या होता है ना, the team is very small. 50 लोगों का टीम होगा, 20 लोगों का टीम होगा. तो in that case every person has an individual responsibility. आप हाइड नहीं कर सकते हो. माइक्रोसॉफ्ट जैसी कंपनी में क्या होता है, इट्स a huge company, ठीक है, तो there are many employees, many interns. तो मे बी आप उतना अच्छा परफॉर्म नहीं करके भी यू मे बी shadowed. बट स्टार्टअप्स में क्या होता है, यू आर वेरी हाईलाइटेड. अच्छे काम नहीं करोगे, यू विल बी लाइक दिख जाओगे क्राउड में. सो या इफ पॉसिबल डू इंटर्नशिप्स इन स्टार्टअप्स. इट इज अ वेरी गुड थिंग. छोटे कंपनी में करो और ज्यादा अच्छा है. इनफैक्ट बड़े कंपनी में करो, यू गेट द ब्रांड वैल्यू एडवांटेज, बट छोटे कंपनी इज आल्सो नॉट बैड. ऑलवेज ट्राई टू डू इट.
Yes, Bhaiya. Bhaiya, and they were asking for your Instagram or something. Yes. So,
ओके, सो माय इंस्टाग्राम इज shubham779 and my LinkedIn is linkedin.com/shubham sonal
Bhaiya, I am
17.
sharing the link.
Yeah. Sure.
Yes.
I want to I want to start learning machine learning. Can you please guide us how to build it? Okay, cool. So this is a good question because this question aligns with the area I work in and I've studied in. So machine learning. If you want to start learning machine learning, I will tell you what I did. I started first and foremost. I learned Python. Make sure you know Python because Python के बिना you cannot really code. ठीक है, so get your fundamentals of Python and everything straight. Python कर लो पहले. Uh, yeah, so first get done with Python, then you should go to a course, which is a course by Andrew Ng. It's on Coursera. It's a free course. अगर आप इसमें सर्टिफिकेट लोगे तो आपको पैसे देने पड़ेंगे. So don't opt for certificate. Simply आप कोर्स करो. वो कोर्स को कंप्लीट कर लो. उसका नाम I'm not getting it actually, but I guess Foundations of Machine Learning by Andrew Ng. इस टाइप का कोर्स है, कोर्सेरा पे है. दैट्स अ फ्री कोर्स, उसको कर लो. आई डिड दैट. नेक्स्ट व्हाट आई डिड इज आई opted for a paid course which was Udacity. Now if you don't want to pay for it, so what you can do is you can go to torrent में जाओ, Udacity deep learning या फिर Udacity machine learning टाइप करो. वहां पे आपको 3.5 GB 4 GB का फाइल होगा. टॉरेंट कैसे चलाते हैं यूट्यूब कर लो, गूगल कर लो, वहां से डाउनलोड करो कोर्स. वीडियोस देखो बिकॉज दे करके भी क्या ही करोगे ना, मतलब अंदर वीडियो देखोगे और MCQs वो सब करोगे, डाउनलोड कर लो, पढ़ लो, खत्म बात। लाइक यूडेमी में भी आपको कोर्स नहीं खरीदना है, टॉरेंट में जाओ, डालो और फिर like take it from there, don't pay for it. So I did that. I did Python first, then I did machine learning by Andrew Ng, and then I did Udacity deep learning. So I have a degree in that. That is for the machine learning. So, and what level of maths you need? You need a good level of maths. You need to know partial differentiation. You need to know derivatives, higher order derivatives, यानी कि पहला derivative, दूसरा derivative. Because ये सारी चीजें ना, if any one of you knows about machine learning, तो gradient descent एक algorithm है wherein you have to do multiple derivatives. उस केस में वो काम आता है. And a lot of, if you get into maths ना, like not coding, because maths करके ही they are giving you code. If you look at a framework, TensorFlow या फिर PyTorch, उसमें they give you code जिसमें आपको maths नहीं भी पता है, then you can do machine learning. But if you want to really master कि मॉडल कैसे काम कर रहा है, क्यों काम कर रहा है, फाइन ट्यून करना है मुझे, वो सारी चीजें अगर आपको करनी है तो for that you need to know maths. And maths करने के लिए you need एक अच्छा लेवल का maths. I won't lie, like calculus चाहिए आपको, not proper maths. और डेरिवेटिव्स, ये सारी चीज आपकी अच्छी होनी चाहिए. भैया, व्हाट आर द रिक्वायरमेंट्स ऑफ कैंपस इंटर्नशिप्स? रिक्वायरमेंट्स फॉर ऑफ कैंपस इंटर्नशिप्स आर नंबर 1 इज कनेक्शंस. कनेक्शंस होंगे तभी आपको पता चलेंगे. लिंक्डइन पे एक्टिव रहो, एक इंप्रेसिव लिंक्डइन प्रोफाइल बनाओ एंड आस्क पीपल फॉर रेफरल. दैट इज द फर्स्ट थिंग. अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट, ऑफ कैंपस इंटर्नशिप्स अप्लाई ऑन कंपनी पोर्टल. उसमें चांसेस कम होते हैं रिवर्ट बैक करने के. बट देन देयर आर कंपनीज लाइक गोल्डमैन सैक्स एंड देन देयर इज पेपैल. तो ये सारी कंपनीज दे, एक सेकंड.
Bhaiya, you are on mute.
Oh, sorry. So for off-campus internships, is first thing connections बनाओ, LinkedIn profile impressive बनाओ. That gets half of your job done. उसके बाद आता है कि कंपनीज होती है एनुअली हायर करती है. गोल्डमैन सैक्स, पेपैल, माइक्रोसॉफ्ट, एनुअल इंटर्नशिप्स ऑफ कैंपस वो लोग हायर करती है. माइक्रोसॉफ्ट नहीं करती है बिकॉज वेरी लिमिटेड. लाइक ट्राई कर सकते हो, बट हाँ एक होता है हायरिंग चैलेंज. आई नो स्पेसिफिकली अबाउट गोल्डमैन सैक्स एंड पेपैल बिकॉज दीस टू कंपनीज डू हायर. उसके अलावा देर आर कॉम्पिटिशन्स ऑन हैकर अर्थ फॉर योर tier 1 companies internships के लिए. These are the 3 ways that I know of. उसके अलावा you can try your luck by applying in the company portal in openings. Chances काफी कम होंगे. Always go with a referral. That increases the chances. That is about off-campus thing. What is the next question? I do not have the visibility. Sorry. Hello. Hello.
Yes, Priya.
Yeah, I do not have. I cannot
Yes,
see the
Priya.
next question. So like, read out the next question. Anyone
Bhaiya,
of you?
it's nearly completed only. The only one question is left. 1 minute.
And if anyone of you want to type in
The
chat,
question is, can we make AR or VR project?
yeah, you can make AI or VR projects, but I'll tell you what the problem is. Let's say you make a like AR or VR projects or AI or VR projects. AR VR.
AR.
Oh,
AR,
AR
VR.
VR. ठीक है. So what happens is कि if you make a project on web development, Android, तो सारे लोगों को समझ आएंगे जो आपके किसी भी कंपनी में होंगे. If you make a project on AI, 50% of the people will understand because AI is catching up and AI is now seeing a widespread mass adoption. But now if you pick up a technology like AR, VR or blockchain, उस केस में क्या होता है ना, it is 99% sure कि सामने वाले बंदे को नहीं आता है. Now हो सकता है बहुत अच्छे हो AR, VR और ब्लॉकचेन में, बट सामने वाले बंदे को आता ही नहीं है, तो फिर he won't be able to judge you. तो उस केस में वो क्या करेगा ना, आपके प्रोजेक्ट पे नहीं फोकस करके he'll focus on आपका DSA कैसा है, आपका सॉफ्ट स्किल्स कैसा है, आपका टेक्निकल स्किल्स कैसा है, लाइक कंप्यूटर साइंस वाला स्किल्स. So that gives you a slight disadvantage because सामने वाले से there's a communication gap, right? तो that's why AR VR is a very good thing. It's like upcoming thing, तो आपको करनी चाहिए. But एक चीज ध्यान रखना कि these things are the icing on the top. केक के, ठीक है, इट्स नॉट अ मेन स्ट्रीम थिंग। तो प्राइमरली AR VR मास्टर करके रिज्यूमे में तो भर दोगे, बट ये भी सोच लें सामने वाले को समझाओगे कैसे, AR VR में उसको 3D कैसे समझाओगे, एक्सिस कैसे समझाओगे, जो आप कर रहे हो वो कैसे समझाओगे, बिकॉज ही इज अ ले मैन। ठीक है, लाइक ट्राई करना, द वन हु इज वर्किंग ऑन AR VR, अपने फ्रेंड को AR VR का समझाने का कोशिश करना, लाइक व्हाट योर प्रोजेक्ट इज। मे बी ऊपर ऊपर तरीके से आ जाए, बट उतना डिटेल्स में नहीं जा पाओगे। तो मे बी एक दो चीज रखना AR VR का रिज्यूमे में, बट मेन स्ट्रीम चीजें ज्यादा रखना, दैट्स द पॉइंट।
Bhaiya, before switching to next question, I would like to say something. I have shared a form. Please fill that so that we will be sharing your attending webinar certificate. So please fill that one. Yes, Bhaiya, please continue.
Which is the best technology with which we can integrate ML to make good projects? Again, yeah, nice question. Because see, if you guys are going to ask questions on ML and deep learning, I would be able to answer that very well because I worked in that technology. And yeah, for a fact, I do not know web development at all. I do not even know HTML, but yeah, I do know Android development basics, and ML I know a lot, and deep learning, which is the best technology to integrate. See, when I started with ML requires hardware, right? ML को रन करने के लिए भी ना, ML is not completely software dependent. तो उसको हार्डवेयर चाहिए रन करने के लिए. It needs GPU, it needs your core processing chip needs to be strong. तो that way I chose Android कि I will make a project in ML and I will use my device, because device का phone के लिए आजकल the specifications are quite good, so it can run pretty smoothly on that. So that is why I learned Android development. Later on I realized like you can integrate it in Android application as well, that works well. So integrate ML to make best technology to integrate ML. It was a mistake that I made. I went for Android, बट आई वुड नॉट रिकमेंड दैट राइट नाउ, बिकॉज एंड्रॉइड के केस में क्या होता है ना, इट इज योर, लेट्स से यू ओन अ डिवाइस, उसके अंदर स्नैपड्रैगन 888 है एंड उसके अंदर कोई जीपीयू है, इंटीग्रेटेड जीपीयू, आप सिर्फ उसी जीपीयू और उसी प्रोसेसर के चिप का एडवांटेज ले सकते हो, यू डू नॉट गेट एडेड एडवांटेज। द बेस्ट इंटीग्रेशन ऑफ ML राइट नाउ इज विद द क्लाउड सर्विसेज हो गया, AWS, Azure, GCP, गूगल क्लाउड का। सो दे ऑफर द बेस्ट इंटीग्रेशन। क्लाउड के केस में क्या होता है ना, लेट्स से आपका एक प्रोजेक्ट है, उसको ज्यादा जीपीयू का जरूरत है, बिकॉज जीपीयू व्हेन यू डू योर ट्रेनिंग प्रोसेस इन ML, if you go to image processing, if you go to recurrent neural networks, if you go to GANs, all these things, तो ये सारे complex deep learning models होते हैं, neural networks होते हैं. When you train a neural network, it is very very hardware intensive. GPU बहुत ज्यादा लगता है. Your phone or your laptop will not be able to suffice that. Even if you own a MacBook Pro, you would still struggle training your model. So उतना hardware आपके पास आ भी नहीं सकता है, as well as with time आपका models आते जा रहे हैं, like the algorithms are becoming more and more hardware intensive. Neural networks का length increase करे. If I tell you एक ResNet model का रेजनेट 121 है, रेजनेट 151 मॉडल, देयर आर 151 लेयर्स जिसको ट्रेन करना है, तो उसके लिए नॉर्मल जीपीयू, कोई भी जीपीयू इज नॉट सफिशिएंट, यू नीड 3-4 जीपीयू क्लस्टर्ड एनवायरनमेंट चाहिए होता है, दैट ओनली अ क्लाउड सर्विस कैन गिव यू. सो द बेस्ट इंटीग्रेशन ऑफ ML इज विद क्लाउड. क्लाउड आपको हार्डवेयर दे देगा, क्लाउड आपको इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर दे देगा, कोड आप उस पर रन कर लो. द बेस्ट फ्री टूल फॉर योर ML मॉडल्स इज गूगल कोलैब. गूगल कोलैब में क्या होता है ना, दे गिव यू फ्री जीपीयू, उसका एक लिमिट होता है, मतलब कि दे वोंट गिव यू द बेस्ट वन, बट आपका काम हो जाएगा. उसमें जुपिटर नोटबुक होता है, ऑनलाइन जुपिटर नोटबुक, वहां पे अपना पाइथन कोड टाइप करो, मॉड्यूल्स इंटीग्रेट करो एंड रन कर दो. एंड गूगल कोलैब को आप अपने लैपटॉप में पड़े एप्लीकेशन से, पाइथन एप्लीकेशन से इंटीग्रेट भी कर सकते हो. So yeah, cloud is the best support for your ML. Best technology is cloud with which you can integrate ML. And apart from that, ML is not a core thing. ML मतलब क्या है? आप एक खड़ा किए हैं, Amazon का core ML नहीं है. Recommendations दिखाने के लिए ML यूज होता है, right? YouTube के लिए core ML नहीं है. Core service, which is your big data, Apache Kafka, ये सारी चीजें. Netflix के लिए it's again your streaming is more important, recommendations come after that. So ML is an added service. ML is not the main service. This is stand. उसको इंटीग्रेट आप किसी के साथ भी कर सकते हैं, एंड्रॉइड हो गया, वेब हो गया, या फिर जिसके साथ भी आपको करना है, बट सपोर्ट हमेशा क्लाउड से लेना. That is the point.